Good evening. My name is Roberta. I'm the director of FEMA, and I come to you to report some devastating news. On October the 4th, 1998, at approximately 8:37 p.m. in the evening, Morse City in Oklahoma suffered a devastating natural disaster of a tornado. It was 2 miles wide and it tore through the center of the city. The damage was tremendous. Homes were destroyed, cars were piled on top of one another. The tornado was powerful. It was an EF on the enhanced Fujita scale with wind speeds of 200 miles per hour. This tornado was part of a series of tornadoes that have developed over the past 2 days. It devastated other cities in the area as well. Hundreds were injured, and unfortunately, 70 deaths have been confirmed. There are reports of families being trapped under debris in the northern part of the city. 2 schools were leveled along the way. The main medical facilities were leveled as well. The city's resources are overwhelmed. As a result, the United States President has declared this area a major disaster, and it is allowing for federal aid to support the local and state efforts. So what FEMA will do is oversee and manage, establish minimum criteria for the project eligibility, keep the state appraised of the anticipated amount of available funding, assist the state in setting priorities for the use of funds for the aftermath of a disaster, review projects selected and submitted by the state for eligibility, prepare the environmental decision document based on information submitted by the sub-applicant, provide technical assistance to the state, sub-applicant, and sub-grantees in order to ensure effective and efficient implementation of the program, review states' quarterly reports, and follow up on issues as necessary. The first part of the disaster aid, FEMA will assist the communities in helping the homeowners to submit applications for aid so that they can rebuild their homes and have food and clothing and shelter. And the next phase will be helping the states to manage the overall grants that's coming into the states. And this will ensure that the administrators of FEMA will be able to help mitigate the disaster and help those who are in desperate need of life-sustaining aid. Individual assistance will be immediately after workers arrive and set up central field offices to coordinate the recovery effort. The toll-free number is published so that all who have been affected can get the assistance that is necessary for them to rebuild their city and their homes. We have disaster housing that's available for up to 18 months. Using the local resources for displaced persons whose residence were heavily damaged or destroyed. Funding is also available for housing repairs and replacement of damaged items to make homes habitable. Also, there's disaster grants which are available to help meet other serious disasters related needs and necessities of those expenses that aren't covered under the insurance and other aid programs. These may include replacements of personal property and transportation, medical, dental, and funeral expenses. Also, low-interest disaster loans are available. After disaster for homeowners and renters from the United States Small Business Administration to cover uninsured property losses, loans may be available for repair or replacement of home, automobiles, clothing, or other damaged personal property. Loans are also available to businesses for property loss and economic injury. Other disaster aid programs include crisis counseling, disaster-related unemployment assistance, legal aid and assistance with income tax, Social Security, and veterans benefits. Other state and local help may also be available. The assistance process after the applicant is taken, the damaged property is inspected to verify the loss. If approved, an applicant will soon receive a check for rental assistance or a grant. Loan applications require more information, and approval may take several weeks after application. The deadline for most individual assistance programs is 60 days following the President's major declaration. Audits are done later to ensure that aid went only to those who were eligible and that the disasters are funds were used only for the intended purposes. These federal program funds cannot duplicate assistance provided by other sources such as insurance. So our main issue is trying to notify all the disaster victims about the available aid programs, and we urge you all to apply as soon as possible because we want you to rebuild your homes. We want you to recover from this horrific incident.